what Cody told you is all true. I am a country boy who's lived in the city all of his life. I can help you to plant the field. I can help you to harvest the field. I can help you to get the best price for the yield. And what I want to talk to you about this morning is now's the time as business owners to grow your business. But before I say that, let me say this. I bet it's a lot easier for you as business owners to talk about the good things that you do as it relates to the services you provide through community-based organizations, and instead of the immeasurable good that you do in operating your business. Tens upon thousands of people, you help tens upon thousands of people to be successful. So I take my hat off to you as entrepreneurs. We're living in tough times today, very tough times. The economy's bad, confidence level is low, and the decisions that you're having to make as business owners are a lot different from the times that you made decisions in good times. Whatever the situation, we're at a point now where we have to make a decision, we have to make a choice. And I'm here to suggest to you that now's the time to grow your business. I think you either choose to grow or you choose not to grow. And it's a bit like farming. It's a bit like farming. In farming, you wait for the autumn, you get ready for the autumn, you pull up the weeds, you pull up the old plants, you put in the new plants, you fertilize, you wait for the cold snap, you protect the new plants, and you're waiting for the new spring. The new spring is what gives you growth. But what's that got to do with growing your business? Preparation, execution, timing. Now's the time to make a decision to grow your business. And of course, and to do that, there's some basics that you need to consider. There's some basics you need to consider. In addition to vision, mission, and goals, there's three things that you should consider related to business operations, related to marketing and sales, and related to financial systems. Business operations. How do you operate your business? Does it run like a well-oiled machine? Are there some new processes that you need to put in place? Are there some processes that create bottlenecks? That's something to consider. But what about business development? What about marketing and sales? How do you service your existing customers? What can you do to get more customers like the ones you currently serve? What can you do to grow your business from the prospects that you have? What can you do to increase the number of prospects? It reminds me of a company we had worked with that was in the hospitality business. Shouldn't say was, still is. And they were looking around, they saw all kinds of hotels that were foreclosing. So we worked with them, we put together a marketing program, all right, to do something that other businesses weren't doing. We did business calls. We updated their website. There were some facility improvements. Now, as a result of that, the occupancy rate increased. We even put in a long-term stay program. The occupancy rate increased, revenues went up, customer satisfaction went out the roof. And on top of that, we helped them to restructure their loan with the bank. The final thing you should consider in area of focus has to do with used and useful information, your financial system. What does your financial and reporting system tell you? How good are you in looking at the information that's provided there? What does it tell you about your cash flow? The most important financial statement. What does it tell you about your cash flow? And I got another story to tell that wasn't as successful, but it's worth mentioning. We worked with a company that was in the commercial and residential energy efficiency business. This gentleman could sell you a pencil for $75. And I'm not kidding. No joke. He was that good. He was that good. But there was a problem. He wasn't good at keeping track of how his money was flowing, how he was spending his money. And there were times where he was writing checks before the money was deposited. Okay, unfortunately, we got ahead of the game, but not in time. Now he ended up merging with a company and doing what he does best. That's selling. Now think about a story also of a company, a small business that was hiring an accountant. They interviewed 3 applicants, and they asked those applicants, what does 2 + 2 equal? The first applicant had just graduated from college, had passed his CPA exam, and he said 4. No doubt about it, 4. Of course, he was inexperienced. The second applicant who worked for a large auditing firm said, well, I'll need to call my home office first. Sound familiar? The third applicant, who graduated from the University of Hard Knocks, very streetwise, thought about it for a moment, pondered, kind of looked up, with eyes half closed, and he said, what did you have in mind? Are you buying or selling? Are you buying or selling? The point being is this: accounting to be in an information system versus a data system, it's important to know what the company's needs are. It's important to know what the owner has in mind. It's important to know, develop your growth plans behind the information that you work with. In closing, you're at a point now where you can grow your business. It's a matter of executing, being nimble, being quick, making whatever changes are necessary. And I will say this to you: if you don't have dough, you can't make bread. If you don't get your dough together, you're left with an empty bread machine. You might be a prime candidate for cash infusion. You might be a prime candidate for a growth strategy plan. If you are, you need to see me. Thanks, Protrack.
Good job.